All right, Dan, I think there's only one fair way to figure out who gets Renee, a girl who's bowling in 2 age groups, and Cole Frey, the owner of the show's 1-game record.
That's right, Rob. I'll flip you for it.
No. I know you have a double-sided coin.
All right. How about odds or evens, Rob? I'm holding it up a certain amount of fingers.
All right, that seems fair. Evens.
Oh, it's odd! I get Cole and Renee!
I hate my I wanted Souza anyway.
Life is fun, and so is Candlepin Bowling. There have been dozens of bowling shows on TV before, but we're not them, and we don't want to be. Dan Shu Gothi coaches one team of talented kids, and I, Rob Taylor, coach another. We're a different type of show, and we're going to turn your notion of bowling show upside down. We are the new generation.
Welcome to Candlepin New Generation, a show that refuses to sell out to the man and give in to Netflix. He's Dan Gauthier, I'm Rob Taylor. You are about to watch the 12-14 championship match featuring 4 of the finest youth bowlers throughout New England. Dan's got one team of 2, I have another. Dan, why don't you introduce me to your team?
That's right, Rob. We start off with Renee Whitelaw, and in a study of how to properly use double negatives, she has never attended a roll-off and not made the championship show, Rob.
There you go, 6 times, too.
In fact, she's qualified in 2 age groups last year, and she's done it again this year. We'll be seeing her again in a few weeks. She always brings it. That's all you got to know about her, Rob. And her partner, Cole Frey, he should just retire now. He's already set our show record with a triple strike last year at a 167. Followed it up this year with a 169 in qualifying. He's amazing at every roll-off. Lives up in Maine, hunts wildlife in Maine in his free time, and hunts pins here for his day job.
Well, to try to take that on, I have last week's winners, Becky Halbedel and Aaron Souza. Becky, again, she comes out of bogey lanes as a 151 high single. She is lethal on the lanes. Last week she struggled a little bit. I think she's going to come back this week. The man who did not struggle last week was Aaron Souza. If you tuned in, you watched him throw 5 marks in a row en route to a 130-plus game and a huge 30-pin comeback. He has a lot of talent. He bowls out of both East Boston and Woburn, and he has his sights set on his second 12-14 championship. Before we get this match underway, we are going to send it over to our sideline reporter, Liam Fitzgerald-Ledger. Liam, we saw a lot of great shots last week. We hear you plan on judging the shots this week.
If Cole would have thrown another triple strike, I'd give him a 10.
We'll have to send it over to Liam during the match to see how that plays out.
I hope he has pie in his list of signs over there, Rob.
You always want pie. Let's have our ladies start the match. Renee and Becky are set to get us off in our 12-14 championship. Trophies on the line. Titles on the line.
Never a bad time for pie, Rob.
Renee Whitelaw tossing the first ball. She is in the red, Becky Halbedel in the black and yellow, and Renee getting some action off the headpin early on.
Renee has a 93 average, Rob, and I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. She must put that in there to try to win handicap tournaments.
Exactly.
She is phenomenal. Great bid there. That was a tough shot. You really had to catch a tip of something to send something off a wall. Becky now.
You never know with some of our ladies because they don't typically throw it that hard, so sometimes the ball does things I don't expect off the wood.
And you see what Renee can do there. Pins her way to an early 10. You know she's going to keep Cole in the match. Last year, we mentioned she appeared twice in our Nesson tournaments. She won the 12-14 age group during the season as Becky gets a great 10.
Fine 10.
During the season, Renee earned a spot in the 12-14 age group. When you do that, we let you try out for the older age group later in the year. And she earned a spot in 2 age groups. She did it again this year, so you're going to see her in 2 more weeks.
Wow, that is an are you kidding me moment right there.
And she even had a piece of wood that looked like it was lined up to give her a shot, and then it just snuck into the gutter. Halbedel a little off. I like her leave better, though.
Whoa! I'll tell you, if you're going to try to use the wood, she certainly did hit it on the tip.
What's incredible about that was she hit it, and it looks like it's in the exact same spot.
Itself, right.
It didn't even rearrange. It was just where it was before. Becky, meanwhile, looking to get a few pins out of this. Renee with a smart decision to pick up the 9.
Yep.
Go for the wood, a little bit more room to shoot.
She had a 93 average with 19 after 2 boxes. She is
well on pace.
0.4 pins over her average.
Becky looking to run down the sleeve.
Nice ball by Becky.
Very nice 9.
Keeping it close.
Nice and even early.
Boom.
Renee looking to carry an extra.
Oh boy, but stay there, Wood. Stay there. Don't roll away. The one piece of wood on the alley, she does not want it to go too far. Stay on the lane.
It's still creeping right.
Oh no, Rob. Look at that. Off the lane. Now it's pretty much.
Luck. That's awful.
Oh.
And Becky unfortunately fouls on her first ball, so she's going to reset. Renee looking to make it. Oh, that was tight.
You know, the one thing about resetting is at least you always have a spare leave on your next ball.
That's true. It's something.
It's a better leave than what Renee is looking at.
That's
right
true.
now.
At least you can. Although with Renee's ball, she threw it so slow. As we take another look at one, it just sneaks a little right to the 7-pin. She could have clipped it and had something come off the wall. Becky now, she went over the foul line in her first ball, so the way that works is the pins don't count. The reason she reset is that we want to give her a chance to try to get the spare of the 10. It's Candlepin bowling rules. If you do it on your second or third ball and you've already knocked pins down, you don't reset. You just discount them at the end of the box. And Becky gets a tough 6 out of that one. So early 2-pin lead in favor of Whitelaw. She's right back on that head pin and right back with nothing to shoot at.
Should go over this early today, Rob. What would you say your keys to the game are?
I'm going to say make the third ball count. We've got some quality bowlers across the board here, and so pinning well just might be the difference in this one. What about you?
I'm going with bowl well.
That's really all you got.
These are smart kids, Rob. What more do you want?
All right.
Genius.
Renee, what a bid! Oh, she nearly follows your mantra of bowling well.
Not over yet. Now it's over.
That would fell off the
It's
lane.
hoping to
You never
gain
know.
a little speed there.
Sometimes as it falls off the lane, you get a little help from gravity. Becky, what an attempt!
It was hoping Pilgrim Lanes had a crooked deck and it would gain speed all the way.
Well, unfortunately not. We do thank the folks here at Pilgrim Lanes for hosting us.
Yeah,
They've
they're
got
wonderful.
a great establishment, always good to us. We've got the old Candlepin for Dollars TV lights here. They let us borrow them, and it leads to a great-looking show.
I mean, we appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. They're not blinded by our lights.
That's right. 3 pins the difference right now. Both ladies looking for their first mark of the match.
Renee looked a little frustrated when she turned around and came back there.
It's tough when you're not getting anything to look at, and then
maybe
you
because
lose the head pin.
you missed the head pin that one. Probably it's what frustrated her more. And I don't think she minds the leave as much as just the fact that she didn't
Well,
hit the
not
head
this
pin.
leave, certainly. Making a nice play for it.
It's a pretty
Punches
good shot
through.
too, because he wanted to be a little on the full side, just a smidge less.
Renee qualified in 2 age divisions last year. She was the runner-up in each, so she's looking for her first championship victory this season. Becky, meanwhile, her first season in this championship portion. That one sneaks just left for Renee, a tough 7. And so we're going to be markless going into our gentlemen. I doubt it's going to remain that way for long. We have 2 of the most talented 12 to 14-year-olds here in this what should be a lot of fireworks in this showdown.
It would be hard to imagine a better match than what we had last week between Josh and Aaron Souza. It's Aaron throwing 5 marks at the end. But I've been looking forward to this matchup for a month now.
Last season on the show, Cole tossed a 167 with a triple strike. Earlier this season, he tossed a 120 game to beat Aaron. That was up in Maine at Big 20. Aaron lost that match, but won the following month and earned himself a spot in the Tournament of Champions. And then, of course, Aaron won last week with a thrilling 30-pin comeback to get a shot against Cole. No luck for Frey.
I like that shot outside. I just can't believe it didn't carry the last spin.
Souza, meanwhile, trying to get him to tumble.
Both boys deserve their marks on that shot, I think.
And Frey looking to clip it. He picks up the 10.
I'm just watching Cole practicing, giving us some coaching over there.
Oh, yeah?
Although I was really looking to pick up some tips for myself, but uncharacteristically today, he has been in practice, missing a few shots left. So that's something to look for today to see if he's been able to overcome it. He did a lot of warm-up.
And it's right back in there. And that wood, I think, came over far enough to give him a shot at this one,
And
if he can find that left
it has been shots like this one that I saw him missing left on. Shots where he had to be on the right side of the alley, and it went a little further left than he wanted to. But that's a beautiful shot right there.
Not this time. All over it is Cole Frey. He gets the first mark of our match.
Not just good, but perfect. That was exactly where you wanted to hit that wood to carry both pins. Don't leave it to fate.
Souza looking for the out, gets a tough 8. And so Cole Frey is a young age 12. You wouldn't believe it when looking at his bowling pedigree. Aaron Souza won this tournament at age 12. Now at 14, he's looking to hold on against one of the top up-and-comers in the game.
Yet a couple, I would actually characterize both of these bowlers as 2 of the more professional young bowlers.
Souza buries it, looking to carry 2 more, and he gets it. Hammer time for Woburn Bolodrome's Aaron Souza.
Some fireworks here.
Looking to make a shot is Cole.
He got it!
Pretty
Cole
shot by
Frey.
Cole Frey. We told you there'd be fireworks. Let's take another look at those 2. Aaron Souza drops the powerful hammer, but then Cole Frey shows off his precision. Gets the 6 pin to come off the wall.
This is a house, and Cole Frey knows it, where you can throw 2 pins off the wall and expect it to come back.
Cole just off. It doesn't matter. Looking to drop a
That's
backdoor
almost a
strike.
He does have, his ball is so smooth, and when he misses the headpin, it's barely. That he tends to get good drops off the headpin because he actually takes a steep angle from way on the right side of the alley.
Way low, but he picks it up.
That was an example of what I talked about in his practice. And he knows it. He knows he got away with it. He knows that probably 1 out of 3 of his balls are slipping left. And I've been in that situation. When you're fighting your ball, you just thank your lucky stars when you get that break. It's a difference in winning and losing a match.
So Cole Frey has strung 3 in a row here early. Aaron Souza strung 5 in a row last week. Cole Frey looking to keep it going. Buries the pocket, carries that important 7-pin, and now he's looking at the 6-9 with a friendly piece of wood.
Yeah, his wood hit the lip and straightened out, making it friendlier. But Aaron is going to get a chance on lane 3, and he hasn't not hit a mark on lane 3 yet.
Another break by Cole.
2 in a row where he slipped left and made it, and he knows it, but he's going to take advantage. That's what makes him good.
And sometimes you got to be good, and sometimes you got to be lucky. And Cole was both in that half, stringing 4 in a row en route to a 74 and a ball half as he looks to follow up his 167 from last year. Aaron Souza's no stranger to comebacks, though. He did it last week. We'll see if Becky can do it again after the commercial break.
Woburn Bowlodrome, established in 1940, has 40 lanes with automatic scoring, including bumper lanes, glow bowling, and more, featuring 4 different birthday party packages. If you bring the cake, we'll do everything else, including food, drink, and paper goods. Come spend your Friday and Saturday nights with us when the lights go off and the music and fun go on. Enjoy our game room, check out our pro shop, or join a winter league. We're right by I-93 and I-95 with plenty of parking available. Woburn Bowlodrome. For more info, go to www.woburnbowl.com. The Beat the Pro Challenge is brought to you by ASG Bowl, the exclusive representative for the BPAA Smart Buy program, insurance solutions for the Candlepin proprietor.
Welcome back to Candlepin New Generation. Austin LaPlante is going to take a shot against David Godwin in his first week. She was with Austin.
Thanks, Rob. Austin's a local bowler here at Pilgrim Lanes. Isn't that right, Austin?
Yep.
And you're familiar with bowling against Dave Godwin, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Now, you know how he bowls, so do you think it's going to be an advantage to you bowling somebody that you're so familiar with, or would you have rather have bowled Craig Olbrook?
Well, he's a big guy, and I think he'll be good.
Would it have been better to bowl him third after he bowled 2 other contestants? Being a big guy, maybe you could have tired him out?
No, it's first time bowling for this segment, so it's getting fresh.
Well, you've come in third in so many of our roll-offs that you're certainly familiar with this pressure. I'm going to wish you a lot of luck trying to win these. We've already had 1 winner, and we're going to see what Dave thinks about his chances here with Rob.
I think Dave likes his chances. Dave's a product of the youth program here. He's bowled on our show before. How did youth bowling prepare you for the pro game?
You know, a lot of the tournaments growing up, and, you know, it just really helped you focus on a lot of, you know, third balls, don't throw any pins away. Just have a lot of fun. You know, you make a lot of new friends. Everyone's great, a lot of sportsmanship, and it really helps out.
Well, throw that sportsmanship out the window here and take Austin down. Good luck, Dave. Austin coming up. Let's hear it for Austin, everybody. David Godwin, a former contestant on Candlepin New Generation, who was called Candlepin for Kids then, is going to try to take down Austin LaPlante.
I think you get an advantage bowling him first, Austin, because I've seen Dave bowl a lot. And if he's got any weakness in his game, it's the very first ball he throws. So you might have an advantage.
And he's off the head pin.
What I tell you, Rob?
And he's going to lead a bowling. High-low jack. Oof. Austin, you faced this before, haven't you?
I think. I don't remember.
Well, we'll see how Dave does.
Yeah.
Dave's going up against an iconic shot from the old Channel 5 show. Looking to make it, he whiffs right.
Austin, he is making you like your chances at this point, huh?
Yep.
So now remember, Austin will need to beat Dave. So Dave's going to look to get an 8 here to force Austin to throw a 9. That's what he'll do. So
boy,
Austin
there you
LaPlante
go,
needs to
Austin.
bowl in.
We're going to have Dave pitch in for some bowling balls here.
I know. So now Austin LaPlante, Pilgrim Lanes native from Platteville. He's been with our show for many years.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he does it in 1 ball, Rob.
He's a very animated guy, too, so it's going to be fun to watch if he does. He leaves himself some makeable. He's got the 4 horsemen, 1 in the back.
Here's some of the adult bowlers say the Colliery made-up name for the shot.
And he's got a shot. Ooh, that's the last thing you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Austin
that is.
holds the ball return out of disappointment at that one.
It's frustrating because now you have to go for the head pin again, and you're going to have to hit it light to carry the 9 he needs.
No matter what, Austin's going home with a $25 gift card. He's on a nice shot by Austin LaPlante.
Better be careful he doesn't go over the foul line.
And so he joins Richie Sproul in our raffle. Congratulations to Austin LaPlante. More excitement coming up after the break. Welcome back to Candlepin New Generation. Before we start, we're going to send it over to Liam Fitzgerald-Ledger. Liam, you've been doing great judging the shots so far. Why don't you judge Dan's commentating ability for me? Couldn't agree more. Let's have our ladies take the lanes. Becky Halbedel versus Renee Whitelaw.
Liam.
Couldn't agree more. And so Becky is going to look to chip away. 23 pins the difference. Erin came back from a 30-pin plus difference last week.
I'm calling a mark for Becky this half. Easy. Maybe right off the bat.
She would like to cut it down for him, not make him have to work so hard.
Ball, though. You don't like to start with a pretty ball and have this leave.
Oh, that's tough. You really got to tick that wood on the right side.
I think she was hoping that left wood would come further up and make that a viable target, but she's going to have to be one side or the other on this. Not
she's
in the
right
middle.
On the red line, so it's safe to pick up the 2 pins, but wasn't able to give the 5-pin a run. Renee, meanwhile, sneaks off. So here's a chance for Becky to chip a few away, maybe put a little pressure on Renee to try to get a big out here. 3 good balls from Becky, 3 objects. Renee gets no luck at all on that one. That was an odd one. You expect to be over on that side, you're a little conservative, hope to get 3 or 4 out of it. You catch a cap and get nothing to shoot at. Halbedel looking for another ball back in that pocket. Takes her time, delivers, puts it in the 2-4, leaves the bunch in the middle. Renee back on that head pin.
It seems like a lot to have an 18 and a ball lead, which is what my team has right now, Rob, but it was up to about 40 in last week's episode, and it wasn't enough. So I say keep piling on.
Becky looking to pick it up just a little too full.
Becky's actually bowled very well this half. Let's get that out there. Give her credit.
Well, great shot by Renee. She gets her first mark of the half.
I said Becky would have 1 mark in the half in the 7th box. I predicted a strike, so I'm not perfect. I hate to disappoint you. I'm not perfect. I know you like to look up to me.
You certainly aren't. You certainly aren't perfect. Renee looking to put a big fill on it. We knew she'd come around eventually. She's a very talented bowler, the left-hander from Alley Cat lanes.
I'm nervous with Erin coming up in the second half. I say fill it big. Make him come from 38 behind twice.
Becky's going to have a chance. Try to find that pocket. This ball's breaking in there.
All 3 good first balls for Becky.
Renee right in there. Ooh, man.
Ooh. Let's see where that wood stops.
Renee throws that slow ball. You have to think something that might bounce over.
Well, she has a sweep. Do you think she's going to try the right side of that pin?
That's
and
where
her
I'd
ball
want to be.
Goes across. Nice. Becky on the outside.
Catches the object pin but doesn't pick it up.
She's frustrated.
Just a little too light.
Yeah. She's frustrated because she has pretty much been on the object pins. Right
Every ball.
Just difference between a little light, little full, and just not getting the breaks.
Last week it was similar too. She had a few leaves where she had a piece of wood, and she didn't hit the wood perfect, but she hit it pretty good and just wasn't able to carry.
But she's only left 1 pin standing this half, and that always helps.
So it's up to a 26-pin difference. Becky would love to just get a mark to try to get Erin a little momentum, get him pumped up, as if he needs it. Halbedel.
Oh, that looked good leaving her hand, and it tailed right a tiny bit.
She has that left to right hail, similar to Cole Frey's actually, just a little less velocity.
And one big difference is Cole Frey starts his approach with his feet probably lined up with the 10-pin board, and then he works his way toward the middle, whereas Becky is straight down the middle. She starts in the middle and finishes in the middle.
Goes just left of the head pin there.
I do believe that while it's difficult to control, that Cole Frey's, you throw a relatively straight ball at an angle, it gives you good action. It really does. I mean, you've seen it. When he misses the headpin just barely, he's still dropping 8s.
His ball's interesting, too, in that it might do better Brooklyn as Becky picks up a very pretty
because it has that backspin on it. Yep. A little bit. Not a lot. Just enough to basically keep the ball straight, usually.
So she gains 4 there. So now a mark would be so big, and we'd love to just see Becky get one. She's a great bowler. Love to see her have the chance to show it a little bit. One of the young talents on our show. Great personality.
22 in a ball now. I'd like to push that up to 30. Team Shoe wants 30.
Team Rob wants around 14. Becky can't quite catch the head pin. Renee does, trying to power it through. And I'd rather have Becky's leave.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you get the head pin left, it's usually a make-a leave.
Especially with the wood, you got to think something might bounce around. She's got a little bit to play with. She's going to want to be on the head pin. And I don't know if she's going to catch it. She does. Doesn't send anything over at the 9 or 10, though. Renee, meanwhile, trying to make a pretty cut shot.
Just hangs on the alley, so these pins will count, but only got one out of it.
And looking for one is Halbedel.
Well, looking for two, but it's pretty difficult.
Very difficult.
9, 10.
I'll settle for one.
Yeah.
For Renee
But imagine
also,
how pumped she would have been if she made that fridge.
Renee nearly gets a weird one. So 89 to 89 on the ladies' side, so it's all up to the gentlemen. Cole Frey has a 21-pin lead there, plus this first ball. Aaron's going to need to clear the gutter.
It's amazing. Cole Frey with his 74 and a ball half. Wouldn't you agree with me that he's fighting himself? Because he had 2 balls he missed, but he still got it. But this is the type of bowler he is. He can fight himself and still pull off big games. Aaron Souza, however, is just looking to continue. Wow, he laughed. That's how he started the last time on that lane, but he made it.
He's got one extra pin to shoot at this time. This time he has the 9 pin too. Well, we saw him make this last week. Can he do it again? Souza, heck of a
what
bid.
a ball. What a ball by Aaron Souza.
Now Frey looking to pick up his.
Again off
gets
to the left. Every second ball for the last 3 boxes has been off left, and that one he didn't get away with.
So a tough box for Aaron.
Now he's overcompensating to the right. This is what happens when you fight it. You overcompensate, and luckily, though, his first balls have been pretty good, and they'll always leave you in the match if you're leaving 8s and 9s and find a way to make some of them.
So it's gotten up to a 29-pin difference. Aaron's got 4 boxes to try to make a comeback. That piece of wood slid in nicely. He's just got to be on the head pin.
And Cole is 30 pins above the board right now with a 90 after 6 boxes. You know, heading for without another mark, a 130 game. What's his average on our show? It's gonna be like
it's got to be way up.
He claims
there.
his average is like a 101, 102. You know, but on the show he's got to be a 120 something, 130.
Oh, when you throw a 167, that'll bring an average up.
Even without that, I'm hard pressed to think of a time he's gone below 120.
Still got to be up there. Frey with a 9, Souza as well. And so Cole will take matching boxes with Aaron late in the match here. Aaron's running out of time. He's really got to put up a marking soon.
Right here.
On the head pin, buries it. Give him a break. Oh,
crowd.
God.
Loving to see that second to last pin fall.
Frey buries it too. He's looking at a tough 2 and 2. Aaron, I don't know where you want to be. Left side, maybe?
I like the right side of it, but not the middle. Again, it's like the middle's no good, and I don't even know if it would have gone.
If it was right, I don't know if the ball catches it. That's just a tough one. Cole, meanwhile, I think that one went in the gutter. It did.
Again, he's fighting going left, and
although on that one, you kind of want to be on the edge to try to flip something over.
That's
Cole will get a 7 for that box.
7.
And again, Aaron's running out of boxes. That last ball was buried. If he can throw that again, I'd like his odds of getting a strike. And you almost have to be thinking double at this point.
Really, both bowlers buried their first ball last box with nothing to show. There's another one.
It's a little full.
Like I said, Aaron's just waving at the pins. What are you going to do? There's a good ball for young Cole Frey. Another split. Our bowlers should switch back to where they started this one, where they were both getting good leaves.
Nice bid by Aaron. He had to commit to it.
They have mirror image leaves, Rob.
Frey looking to slice this over. That one gets away from him.
They've been getting away left for a long time now, but he's built up a big enough lead that it doesn't matter. It's just pin out.
And so I think it's going to take miracle range here for Aaron to pull it off. If not, Cole Frey, he won the 11 and under division last year, and it looks like he's going to take home the 12 to 14 division this year. 1 box remains. I'd like to see both of our bowlers toss a big mark here.
Cole Frey in his unique Under Armour bowling shirt, which is a fantastic looking shirt. Looking to take home the medal again for so many consecutive years.
Oh, this
now.
is the second consecutive year.
It feels like 4.
It feels like it, but that's because he makes his strings memorable. Souza looking to pick up this late shot. I'd say that about sums it up for Aaron. A lot of near misses for Aaron. Meanwhile, Cole Frey tosses a 120 game to lift he and his partner.
Another ho-hum 120 game, Rob.
To the title. Cole Frey tosses the victory ball. He and Renee Whitelaw are our 12 to 14 Candlepin New Generation champions. They take the titles. Great bowling from both of them. We will talk with them after the break.
When he sees a 7-10 split, he helps them get back together. He always has the right of way. Those shoes, no. The pins don't rob him. He robs the pins. He is the most interesting bowler in the world.
I don't always go bowling, but when I do, I go Candlepin. Keep bowling, my friends.
Cole Frey comes all the way from Bangor, Maine. He's not going to have any trouble. He does it again. They drop with the hammer.
Hey, and that
3 marks
qualifies
in a row
him.
for Cole Frey. It's Cole looking for the double, and he
Oh
drops
my
it.
God.
Cole Frey out of the gates is putting on a show.
Love to see him throw another bomb here.
All starts by being on that head pin. He's on it. He does it. Triple strike by Cole Frey, the first one in show history.
First in our 10-year show history. What's the highest anybody's ever hit in our show, Rob?
167, and it was thrown by 11-year-old Cole Frey.
I think it's when I get off track, I kind of get back on track by concentrating.
The first box, I was just off target. Usually the first ball or first box when I get up there, I'm just off target. I don't know what it is.
And I do softball, but I don't think it's half as fun as bowling because bowling is my favorite sport and it always will be.
Because I'm kind of scared sitting near you. I feel like I'm going to get tackled.
Maybe. Depends if you make me mad.
Welcome back to Candlepin New Generation. We have our champions, Renee Whitelaw and Cole Frey here. Congratulations to Team Shoe.
Thank you very much, Rob. And well-earned victory, I may say. I'm here with Renee right now. You've got a bowl again next week, trying to conserve some energy.
Yeah.
One big mark, and you hit it in the box I said you were going to hit it. Were you thinking about that at all when you threw it?
No.
No, it just totally slipped your mind. I'm glad you got it. What do you think of Cole? Any advice for him in the future bowling?
Not really.
You're going to be bowling with a different partner in another week, right?
Yes.
Michael Pelchat. How would you compare his style to Cole's style?
Well, he gets big games sometimes, and Cole gets them most of the time.
It's a nice compliment for your partner. I think we're going to let Rob talk to him and see if he's got anything good to say about Renee.
Last year you throw a 167 game. Now you try to follow it up with 4 marks in the first half. What is it about the lights being on and the cameras rolling that brings out the best in you?
I don't know. It's like all the pressure's on, and you just kind of zone in.
It seemed like a couple balls were getting away from you during the half, but you're still finding a way to power through it. Do you have any advice for bowlers when they don't have their best stuff to still find a way to go and throw a 120 game?
Not really, but just focus and don't let anyone else fluster you. Keep your head in it.
So last year you went 11 and under. This year you went 12 to 14. Next year you're just going to try to clean up the 15 to 18 too?
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. Well, congratulations to you guys. You are our 12 to 14 champions. They get a $50 gift card as well. And we're going to get to see Renee next week.
Yeah, I love her chances normally, and she certainly didn't use up all her marks. I say she's got about 4 or 5 marks left in her for the next match, Rob.
I think so too. So you'll be able to watch her bowl next week with Michael Pelchat in our 15 to 18 age group. And we thank you for joining us this week. You can see all of our episodes on candlepingeneration.com. We're having a great day here at Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and we've got 2 more great weeks for you coming up. On behalf of our entire volunteer staff and alongside Dan Gothier, I'm Rob Taylor. Thank you for watching Candlepin New Generation.
What makes me way better than Rob Taylor?
I don't even know who Rob Taylor is.
He's that blonde guy who keeps announcing things.
Oh, that guy?
I did awesome the first thing.
What'd you hit? Do you remember what the score was?
I don't know what I drove.
It was awesome though, right?
Yeah.